Dave here. How are you? What a crazy day. Crazy day. Daylight saving. I was engrossed in watching what Cole was doing on his show with his glue up, and I just stuffed it up. I didn't have the correct stream key. For people that are curious, that's what the problem was. So I went madly back in, grabbed the correct key, pasted it in the software that does the broadcast, and then here we go. All right. Calm down. I have a huge glue up today, and there has been so much work put into this bench so far. I really do need to concentrate on what I'm going to do. So on the show today is the 4th of April, Easter Sunday for us in Australia, and also for everyone on this side of the international date line. For everyone else, it's still Saturday. You're out there mowing the lawns and all that kind of stuff. Let me see what we've got. This week, the Lutyen bench glue up the back section. Now, this is a very complicated piece to do because there are tenons running both directions and this way as well. I can't afford to have something glued together and then try and force something by bending. Wood does not bend when it's this size and this kind of hardwood. Let me see. The winner of the Stanton bench will be announced. And of course, it's someone in Australia. And I'll give a clue a little bit later on in the show. But it's all here. This is it. This is the actual one that you'll be getting. And a couple of viewers' projects. And there we go. Daylight saving is finished at the moment. So that's that. What I'm going to do today, I was looking around for an apron because I get a lot of glue on myself. I'm going to be using West System over here for the epoxy. Now also, the glue up. I have a couple of these shirts that have copped a bit of glue before, and I was thinking, you know what, I haven't got an apron here, so I'm going to use this as an apron over my shirt. So this is a double blue shirt day. Are you feeling crazy like I am at the moment? I'll tell you what, there'll be a little bit of muffle as I slide that over there. And then you get the microphone to the outside. All good. Sound looks good in New York. Morning, Dave from Fix It Fingers. Happy Easter from Tippo and Carl and Ian. Kiwi. It's frozen. Must be the winter time. I'm hoping it's still running well. Let me know. Let me know. Shouldn't be frozen. J Parra. Okay, good. Give me a comment down there if it's still running. That'd be great, because otherwise I don't know what to do. Okay, put this over here. And move this over here. And this one back here. All good. Thanks, Peter. All right. Now, before I start to glue, there's one part that I've got to do. Now, this is the center style. This goes in right in the middle here. And I've got a heap of domino holes down here and down this side. And here, I'm going to do half flap joints. And I'm going to use the dado stack for that. I'll show you how I set it up. And we'll take it from there. So I'm going to switch the cameras down the back. Now, I won't be seeing the monitor when I switch the cameras, so I'll just wing it. Let's come down to this one. And hopefully this is all going to work. All right. Now, this stack is set up at around about 19 millimeters, so very close to 3/4 of an inch wide. To get the depth, I didn't use any fancy jigs or anything like that. I simply used some of the material that's the same thickness as this guy here. This is the stuff that's going to be going into the side, okay? So you've got stiles and rails and slats and mullions and whatever you want to call them. So I do a couple of tests on one until I think it looks very close to halfway. Then I do the same cut on another piece. I'll move this out of the way. And then I lap them over to see how it's going. Now, have I got the right end there or not? No, I've got the wrong, I got the wrong piece. I'm leading you astray. I get the other one. Yeah, forget that one. It's this one. There we go. See that? It's very easy to do. You just keep on doing it until it's right. Now, I'm only going to be doing the half lap in this style. The reason being, when I cut the smaller pieces to go into the arched section, I don't want to have the checkout meeting onto nothing. I need the back of this one to actually go into it slightly to hold it in position whilst I scribe around the top of that arch. Remember I said it's close to a Roman arch? So we're going to move all of those guys out of the way. I have written on top here the face mark. I've got C for this particular item in the whole setup. Half lap, and these are center line down here for the dominoes to go in. It'll all make sense. Now I'm going to see if I have my dust extractor button with me. I do. And the table saw is open there and open there. Cool. Everything's good. Eye muffs, and I'll be pulling the eye muffs over my eyes because I don't want to get caught with anything. Now, I'm going to use the side of the jig of the table saw's jig as my reference point. Now I know that this is wider than 3/4 of an inch or wider than 19 millimeters. So I'm going to do this side first, and I'm just going to creep it across and line the blade up. Now I've got to do 2 of them. You're all ready to watch? Let's see how we go. I've got plenty of space back here to hold it. This is a big stack. You can't use these on just any table saw. The saw has to have the correct arbor in it to be able to handle it. You hear the suction from that thing? This is with my new 6-inch system. I love it. And we'll put that there. Start the stack up. And keeping my distance. Come out with just a bit more. Beautiful. A little bit there. Just a touch more. I'll check that. It's not bad. Do the next one. I'm going to make the next one slightly tighter. Have a look at that. Just a little bit more. We're going to take just a skerrick more off. That's it. Leave that alone. All good. So that's a nice joint. See that? It's not going anywhere. How good is that? All right. So now I have my center, and this has also been rounded. I did that on the disc sander. So I did I did the mortise first with the domino, and now the reason being because I wanted to make sure that the domino is going to go in square or right in perfect, not go off at an angle. So that's why I did that first before I did the curving on there. A while ago we did the two dominoes there, the two mortises, and so they're the first part of the glue up that I'm going to do. I'm going to join that together. Now, a very important part of doing this is, as you saw with Cole, he had a piece of greaseproof paper on his bench, or in the jig that he made. Well, a great jig. I'm going to have to make one. I also have everything ready. I don't want to go running around looking for things during the show or during the glue up. So all of these are the rails. You know, all of them are done. Whoop, don't you slide away. And with the mortise in each one at both ends, and they're labelled top. Because if you tip them upside down, the machine may have been just slightly out, and then they're not going to line up properly on the top. The other thing is, I did put a post in beginners, Woodwork for Beginners, or it's a Facebook page, and people might think, well, this is a little bit advanced for beginners, but it's nice to be able to see what you can do and how easy it can be if you don't panic and just treat it logically, do one step at a time. Move this out of the way as well. All right, paper. This is just baking paper, just from Woolies, nothing special. I'm going to use my large bench because it's going to enable me to use the bench as well for clamping. I'm going to spin that around that way, put that there, and put that one there. Move this out of the way, down this way. So the pieces that I'm going to put together are actually holding the paper in position for me. All right. Now I'm going to set it up so that when I put the clamps to hold that part in position, it's going to be all right, and it's not going to be holding that closer than there. I don't see the leg has got a shape. Remember, I made one leg on the show. This is the second leg that I made, and I don't want it to be sitting up like that. I want it to sit down flat on this section. Otherwise, the bench top isn't going to work very well for me. Hey, Terence, how are you? All right, so I need to bring it all back a little bit further this way. Let me have a look at that. That's going to work. It makes sense. It really does. Now, these guys here, I'm going to hold that all in position with that. I may have to make sure that I'm on the bench there, I'm on the bench down there. I'll slide it along a little to about there, I think. All right, clamp in there, sitting there waiting. And clamp in here. And it's also sitting there waiting. Now I'm making sure that I've got full rotation under there. So sometimes I have rails underneath this bench and I don't want to hit them at all. Those dominoes are 12 mil, David. These are the 12s for the 700. Now, the reason I'm using a lot of domino in the back is end grain doesn't really glue very well. Along the grain glues really, really well. So by using dominoes, I'm sliding it in along the side grain. So I'm going to get a good bond from here to here inside that mortise. But, and also it's mechanical strength as well. These things here are made out of mahogany. Well, in the States they call it sipper. And these have a 2-ton snap factor. So very, very strong joint. All right, first thing to do is to mix some glue up. This is, and I have gloves here and everything waiting. The shirt, it is getting a bit warm with 2 t-shirts on though. Here's another little tip for people that haven't seen this. Don't be tempted to blow into these gloves. If you exhale into a glove, moisture in your breath will go in there straight away and your glove will be super sticky. You won't be able to get your hand in there. So if you need to do anything, just give it a shake and then on it goes. Okay, nurse. Okay, now this is a 5-to-1 mix, this stuff. So I'm going to do 2 plunges of the pump. And that should be enough glue for the whole project. Probably two is probably too many. And 2 of the hardener. Doesn't look like a lot, does it? All right, and a stirrer. You can get these things. These are reusable. The glue doesn't stick to these. All right. Now, okay, regarding who won the bench, the Stanton bench. Top of the line model too. Baltic birch, ply, extremely stable and straight. The holes there take all of the dogs, the super dogs, are probably the easiest ones to use in it. The TSO tight dogs will go in there perfectly. And the T-track is already drilled out and countersunk for the Euro screws. I supply the Euro screws as well. And also, what else? The grip tape is there. See, that's how it comes in a package. There's all the grip tape. There's enough there. Don't go cutting 6 or 7 inches off the end as you do it. Cut it off neat. Otherwise, you're not going to have enough. The Euro screws are in there. The apron, everything's ready to go. Just all you have to do is follow the video that I did on how to assemble it. You'll need a drill, some dowels, some glue, some wax, or someone said, well, how about I do it with polyurethane? You can do it if you want to, not a problem. What else? And delivery. I'm delivering it for free as well. Aren't I a nice guy? All right. Okay, now, if you're on the eastern side of Australia, you're in with a chance. So everyone in Western Australia and South Australia and Northern Territory, sorry, you didn't make the cut. This is nearly there, nearly there. That glue is getting closer and closer to the second shirt. Hopefully it doesn't go through. I think that's enough stirring. That's pretty good. So we filled a little bit of time. Weren't those keys, bow ties that Cole made for the lid on his box fantastic? Put this over here on the greaseproof paper, on baking paper, because it's not going to go anywhere. Now also what I've done is I bought some brushes online. These are nice little cheap brushes. And this is another tip that I've got from Cole. Why not? Why not? All right, let's get started. I'm going to glue the dominoes first and slide them in. So this one first. Done. That's the first one. And another domino. And this is also why I put the dominoes off at an angle, is because there's another domino coming in from underneath on this particular part. Put that over there. And that one on there. All right. So that's the first part of the gluing. That's going to be a horribly strong joint. Now I'm going to put glue on the dominoes on this side. You can't see anything from there, can you? Let's see if I can make it a little bit more friendly for you guys to be able to watch. There we go. All right, I'm also putting a little bit of glue on the end grain because whilst I say it doesn't hold very well, it will hold, but not a lot. The other good thing about this is using these brushes, they don't carry as much and spread it all over the joint. You've got a whole lot more control with these little brushes. And that's what I was after. With the silicone brushes that I normally use, well, not as much control. Let's get plenty of glue on that end grain, but not in that section here yet. Now this is one of those instances where I'm going to, well, I'll lay it down there to start, and you can all look and be amazed. I'm going to put some glue on this side as well. Now you saw a little bit of dust drop out just there, and it's on the job, and I'm not really happy about that. I should have shaken it out before. So this is stage one. There's 4 stages in total, I think, for this, of the glue up. All good. A little in there and a little in there. Not a lot. Good. And in. Beautiful. Down it goes. In position. I'm making sure that I use the laminates on my bench. I look along so I can see that I've got it all centered basically where it's going to go. This one around, unlock it, and this one, unlock it. Now I know that it hasn't pulled up tight yet. That's one of the reasons why I'm using a glue that's going to go up slower than fast. Does that make sense? I'm going to put that one over the back for the moment and get rid of this dust. Because the dust might get caught in the joint. Try and keep it as tidy and clean and clear as possible as you're going along. Now, this is the fun part. A and B. I have labelled everything. See on here, I don't know if you can see it, but up the top I've got B written on there and A written on this one. I'm going to put dominoes in the end to start, and also in this end, and also in the center rail, the mullion, wherever it is. There it is there. Okay. Because I don't want to go driving dominoes into there after I've got all this center part glued together. I don't want to muck this around at all. Okay, so dominoes in there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Glue. And we'll put a little bit more paper down, I think, because I have it all cut ready. there, and I'm going to release the clamps. I got ahead of myself a little bit. I'm going to release the clamps because I want to get the paper underneath these 2 points here, which it's not yet. Up you come. Up you come, and under there, and under there. Push it together a bit more. All good, and another piece here. Excellent. And today, children, we're going to make Easter buns. I hope everyone got plenty of eggs, all that kind of stuff, if that's what you're into. Glue and dominoes, and that one there. Let's start with the center one. Now, I can't put these in yet. I have to do this carefully. Bring this over here. Okay, top one. See that? How easy it to make a mortise and tenon joint with these things. I love it. Now, some of the holes or the mortises that I've created, I've set kind of wobbly. Now that means it's not a real tight joint in that particular area, because I need to have some degree of being able to move things around to get it perfect if I've stuffed it up a little bit. So that's all good. Work on the A side. So all of these ones are tight fitting, and it's a setting on the domino that you just set and say, right, well, that's it, that's tight. And then you can look at it. I try and keep all of the joints in these uprights. I try and keep them tight. See, there's no movement in those ones. But in the receiver, a lot of the time, so let's say now, this is a tenon. This is a tenon piece of timber, and it's going to go into that mortise up there. It's albeit a slip tenon, it's now turned that piece into the tenon section. Oh, my tummy's grumbling. It must be this daylight saving gone, because I had breakfast at normal time. I woke up 4 o'clock, according to the clock, and get that off there. I don't want too much glue hanging around there. Okay, so that is A and that is A there. Now the last one is this one, which is B. Yes, I woke up at normal time. I don't care what the clock said. I was awake. So get up at 4, and Dave and all his mates up at 4 o'clock. Crazy. Not even the birds. No birds were up. I couldn't believe it. I thought, well, surely there's got to be something running around, a possum or something maybe, keep me company. No, nothing. The other thing I did with this, I dry fitted everything before I made sure this all works before I have come near the glue. It's you'll see in earlier shows I've thought, oh, who needs to dry glue? Who needs a dry clamp up? Yeah, that's for people that don't know what they're doing. And of course, it bit me. All right. That's slightly wobbly on that one, but that's all right. Okay, so B to B. Now we've got all of these little style sections, and they are all dominoed as well. Now this is going to take a little while. These are 5mm dominoes. David, this is going to be more like what you were talking about. So I'm going to put these. They don't need a lot of glue. All the way down here. Whoop, no, I'm going to put them into here. David, what are you doing? Because these are the tight ones. This is the wobbly. This is the tight piece in here. So these are basically Again, don't put the wrong end of the brush in there. I didn't want to do any of this before the show, like any of the glue up, because I thought, where's the fun in that? You know, you might want to watch the whole process. You can see if I'd used the Tight Bond 3, I'd be in trouble by now. It would be starting to go off on me. With this, we've got a whole lot of time. And I'll need it. Yeah, it was a bit of a panic there with the show not starting. Wrong key. The wrong key. The littlest things, the smallest things. Now, what was the other thing I was going to say? Has anyone... Are you kidding me? Starting to go off already in there. That's no good. So I'm going to have to pull my finger out and get into it. Maybe I should have used the slow. Maybe. It's starting to get resiny and sticky. All right. In you go. 4. I think I'll still be able to pull that together a bit, and I'll do that right now before it gets too... That's starting to get hot. So that's had it. New glue, new brush. I'm going to go with the slow, but first of all, I'm going to pull this tight. So we don't have any issues. And I can use the back of the clamp to pull it up. There she goes. Beautiful. It's not so bad. Still got time. Still got time. It's only when it's a large volume that was the problem, but I'm going to switch that out and go with the slow. Here's Dave telling you how to do it, and it went off on him. Another cup. Right, we'll do a half mix this time, or sorry, just one plunge. The reason being, epoxy tends to go off if it's in a large volume. So the more that you've got there, the quicker it's going to go off. I'll quickly stir this up. It's the need for speed. Yes, that's exactly right, David. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's only because it was a large volume in that cup that it went off. There's only a small bit on these parts, so there it's not going to go off as quickly. So here we go. Stirring. Hold on, just got to get this egg off my face. Ha! Maybe open the top joint. No, it will be good. We'll be good. Living on the edge. It'll be fine. Okay, that's that one, and we'll get another brush. Of course, the other brush that was there is going to be a problem. There we go. Cool. That way around. Isn't it fun? Live is fun. So I want you all to have learnt from my mistake. Not much to go. So is anyone getting up to anything interesting over Easter? I used to go to the bike races when I was a kid, up at Bathurst, which was fun. Always rained. Do you remember that? It always used to rain on Easter. Got one more domino to get from over there. I didn't do the correct count. I've got one more that I'll get out of the box in a minute. I'm not looking up. That's not because I'm embarrassed. It's just I'm flat out. All right, so that's top and top. So what I'll do is end grain. And top onto top. Yep. And top to top. Top to top. Don't worry about it rolling over a bit there, it's fine. And top to top. Okay, now I'm going to lay that over this way. And actually I'll keep it upright for the moment. The reason being, I'll glue all these ends . You know, this is probably going to serve me right for correcting Cole when he said he had T-nuts in his jig, and I corrected him. He said, oh, I think they're propeller nuts. I knew it at the time. I thought, it's kind of not a good thing. But they are propeller nuts. All right. That's annoying. That is so very annoying. I have to cut that one down. I have to cut that one down. The tendons come through. Where are we? This is a little bit of, didn't see this one coming. I'll take that one out and we'll trim it. Got it? But whilst that's happened, it's a whole lot better for it to have happened and I've spotted it. Top there. I'll show you. Inside that joint, inside this joint, you can see the domino has come down. I don't know if you can see it. And so I need to have that around there as top, that one in there, and then these in here. That's top. Line them up. Push down, and down it goes. Now I can flip it up this way. Whew, it's working. All right, now glue these ones in. This side is now top. And do I have a domino there? Yes, I do. So I'm going to cut this before I go any further. Now I haven't cut the domino right off. What I've done is I've just shortened that in that particular instance. All the rest of the joints are going to hold it together without any trouble at all. So I need to make sure this is going in the top. Very enjoyable. So top, there, and push down. This is a previous glue starting to go off. And top. Top this way. Like so. Going well. There's not much to talk about whilst this is happening. Oh, what I can say is poor old Steve Hay, his dog died. Bob, his shop dog. That's terrible news. You know, I know what it was like when I lost Barry, so it's very upsetting, very distressing. Member of the family. I don't know the circumstances around it, whether he was old or whether he had to be put down or whatever. Barry was both. He was old and I had him put down, and that was terrible because I felt so guilty. I felt like I absolutely betrayed him. It was a horrible day. Carl, do you make many dovetail boxes? We've got all the conversation happening. I love it. Carl, I love the show. This is a whole lot better, the slow stuff. Here's a tip from Dave. When you're buying West Systems, get the slow. There's double advantage. One advantage is it doesn't go off anywhere near as fast, obviously, because it says slow. And the other advantage is that it's clearer. So for those that don't know Steve, he runs a YouTube channel called Masterclass in woodworking, and he's very, very good. There we go. Now, good. And I'm not even going to put any glue on this side. I'm just going to go straight in because I think we'll be okay. Excellent. Right. So you see that? That's my middle part all done, and I've just dropped the brush. Of course I have. Yep, it's Murphy's Law, isn't it? If something can go wrong, it will go wrong. Now, what is the next thing that I have to do here, apart from fight with this paper? Get a little bit of glue on it, and it starts to want to have its own life. All right, I've got to stop for a second. Now I can put glue on the end and drive that in. But first of all, I'm going to put a couple of clamps on there to pull it up tight. So it won't go off. If it starts to go off, it's not going to be an issue. Clamping, lovely. Oh, it's pulled up beautifully. No problems. Update on John, he mowed the lawn the other day. So he's doing well. So good. So good. I'm very, very happy now. Gone from could have been a disaster to look out. I'm back. Excellent. Now, where am I up to? Now I can put the base on, if I push that up into there, I think I can glue them into there now. And then I can put these sides on. No, I can't put it up into there. See, this is tricky. I have to put the base on and the legs and the side pieces. So I'll do the side pieces first. This is, as I say, it's complicated. Top left, this one goes here. Top right goes here. And that one will get put in after, and then this one across the bottom. Okay, so we'll do these. Like so. These are the outsides. And we'll put some glue in there. Looking for this top sign, slide it in. Beautiful. And then over here on this one as well. On the advertising for the show, I put in, let's see if I can't stuff it up. Well, I knew it was going to be fun. That one there for the moment. Now the other thing I need to do, get my rubber mallet, back the pressure off on these clamps, and just give these a little bit of a tap to make sure that they're lining up perfectly. And I will use a domino down there. Actually, they're not bad. It's just that one there. Take that off to there. Got it? Good. This one. Beautiful. All good. Pull it up tight again. And that's going to pull it straight. The better your joints, the more that's going to work with the glue, because now that I'm pulling it up with, when I tapped it, it moved everything like that, and now I'm pulling it up with the clamps, it's pulling them back straight again. Very, very important. Okay, so I've got that and that. Now I need to put glue on the ends as well, on these guys. This is the external domino there. And this one here. This is an exciting show, isn't it? You know, if I'd done it all just nicely, well, then there wouldn't have been any drama in it, and it wouldn't have been entertaining, would it? Okay, I think that's what I need now. I need to put these on at the end of that, and then I can slide it all up. Yes. So the next thing I've got to do is put the bottom rail on, which is this big fellow here. Now, I didn't have this in teak. I got, this is black butt that I dressed up yesterday, and that'll work. Glue on these big tenons at the bottom. and on the end grain. I have to get underneath this one. Yeah, so John is doing well. John is doing very well. You can, I don't know if he's in today or not. I'm not really looking up at the screen much. Now, this one also, there's no screws in it. The ones that you buy from overseas that are imported basically are a thing that you assemble. Okay, I think that's right. So now I need to slide the big rail onto there. Hold it up there. Get in there, come on. And this one, gotcha. Beautiful. Bit of a tap with the mallet. Good. Okay, now I can put the dominoes in the end on that one and that one, which they are. I can put the last two big ones that I have in here. Yep, glue those. This is even starting to warm up a little bit. I can feel the temperature on it, but it's not congealing yet. Yeah, if anyone was making comment about the Bessies, you know, they work. They're very, very good. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here on the end. Move this along. Done. Okay, now I can put glue on these. Paper. Paper on this one. To hold it there, and paper on this one. Yeah, it's been a long journey for John. Very long journey. There, that'll hold it. Glue on those tenons and on the end grain. But it's not over. It's not over. He's still got to get a kidney, and then he'll be back to enjoying life like all of the rest of us can. That hasn't gone in yet. I thought, oh, David, I think you've stuffed this. The reason being, when I've got these ones done, then I'm going to be pushing the whole lot in, connecting, and that'll be the end of the glue up. And then I can talk about the person who won the Stanton bench, and their name actually starts with C. So if you're on the east coast of Australia and your name starts with C, you're in with a pretty good chance. Okay, now the legs. Now remember, I set this up so that the whole unit is going to be back this way. Now I've got to put dominoes in the ends of the legs as well. And that's the end of the glue that I need. I didn't need a double pump mix. See, this stuff is so sparing. If you don't use the pumps with this, if you just buy this West system and don't buy the pumps, because the pumps cost a fortune, well then you're going to waste so much product. It's unbelievable. Okay, this one. And the last domino is just there. It's exciting, isn't it? All right, now these are labelled L and R. So this one is going to go over this side. So I'll put glue on there first. And on the end grain there. And I'll put some glue also on here and here. Okay, and slide that on to there and there. And down this end. Where is it? Yep. Ha! Oh dear. Yes, some lucky person lives on the east coast of Australia, or an eastern state or territory, just on the east side of Australia. Let's say, let's also say if you live in the ACT, you're up with a pretty good chance. And if your name starts with C, man, oh man, that's narrowing it down, isn't it? Okay, I think that's it for the glue. Put that over there. Slide this one on. No, I've still got to put glue on the top there. Of course I do. I've got to glue these tenons. Don't throw the glue away yet. Oh, is everyone gone yet? I bet you there's people saying, oh, goodness gracious, why do I hang around and watch this turkey? One week, I just watched him do some sanding. This week, he's just using glue. All done? All done, all done. Okay. Now, 99% sure this is the part we start to push up. In. What have I got to tap that over? Across and pull it up. Make sure the paper doesn't get caught in the joint as it goes together. Which it is. Get rid of those. Now I can pick it up a little. Put some clamps on. Move my assistant out of the way. And start pulling it up. The other side. Going well. Paper getting caught there. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Pull that in. This one as well, we need to pull across, which I can there. I'll move these out of the way. Move the saw out of the way and the mallet. Move this one out of the way. And longer clamps. Now I can release these, because the tenon is going to hold it together. Sorry, the tenon's coming the other way. And this was actually binding it. Move that. They may go back on. Come on. Down the middle. Pull that up. Yes. And relax that. That's up tight now, so I can relax that. That one. Pull it up tight here. That's working well. And this one. Right, now I've got to pull those in. So layer that over, like so. This one over. Yes, and yes. That's all good. That one and that one. And a couple of meters, or the 1250s. Now if you need to be somewhere, that's great. Go. I'm going to continue and I'll keep streaming. And I may even start screaming. But I think we're going to be fine. I just need to pull that top joint up tight. There she goes. Got it to that point. Now I can go to the end. Squeeze on this one. It's all the way at the end, of course. Of course it is. And again. There she goes. She's tight at the bottom. And I need to pull that one up. I'll do that from here. Gloves off for this part. That's going well. That's going well. That's going well. I need to pull that one across and that one back that way. That's fine. There's a little crack there, but I'll be okay. Grab a hold of this one from here. That's good. And another one here. That'll pull that up. Good. Pull that down. Where are we up to here? Relax this one now, because that's held. Drop that. That's okay. We need to now pull that up. Another clamp. To that. That's pulling that nicely. Good. Good. All right. Good, good. Need to pull them in just ever so slightly because it's spreader to touch. Another clamp. That one's good. And that one's good. Across the middle. This way up. Because you can. I might hook that over the other side. In there. Relax that one. That'll let that pull back. Yes. Yes, yes. Another clamp there. That one's good. 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 This one needs a bit. This one, they're all good. And they're in line. Good. This one's good. Could do with a little bit of a pull up that way. Okay, a couple more. Oh, you know what they say? You can never have too many clamps. Okay. This one here. Pull that up. Good. And that's okay, that's okay. I needed another one here. Yes, trying to think about what I'm doing and also think about the winner, chicken dinner. Come on, in you go. Up the other way so I can get to that. That's good. And I'm hitting that join, but that's okay. We can start pulling it there. That's pulled it in. Did you hear it? Just went clunk. That's up and relax, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Drop this one down. No, leave that one there. That's all good. I do need to pull this one back now. That's good that way. And then move my bench. Sorry, we're going overtime, big time here. Started late. I need to get another clamp in there. Back this way. That's better. That's a whole lot better. Good. And I can pull this one back this way. Come on, get in there. turn her over before I get it in. All the clamps want to be in the way of the other clamps. What's happened here is the leg has pulled down, or sorry, the rear rail has pulled a little bit, and I need to pull it back. This way a touch. It's catching there. Move that one forwards. I can let that one go totally. Maybe this one will go better here. Yep. This way around. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So that bottom rail was in the wrong spot. Now it's in the right spot. And I'll do the same on this one over here. Bring this back. Will it hook under there? Yes, it will. Other way over. Good. And then another clamp here. Don't let go. Come on, you can hold it. There she goes. Got it. Now you have to stay there. You can't just run away. Stay there. No, it's not wanting to stay there. Take the glue head off. Maybe that'll work a bit better without it. Good. 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 That could pull a little bit harder. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. A little split in that lamination, but as I say, I can fix that. Come around this side and see if I can give it a bit more business down the center here. Unless, of course, the domino is just too long. I think that's going to be okay. I'm looking along to see how my laminations are looking. The slats, they're looking brilliant. Done. Done. Is anyone still here? Warning, it's still bowed and the sides are lifting. You know what? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're lifting possibly 5 millimeters there and there. And it's also happening on the base. So when I release the tension on the clamps, it will all drop down. But I will just slightly back that off and see what happens. Well, that one wasn't actually doing anything, was it? Maybe it's this one. No, that one's fine. That's all good. We can take that off. Alrighty, so ACT I said, didn't I? As he's looking around, looking around, looking around. That one's down. That one's down. It's because of I'm pulling pressure up on the leg, keeping the top joints pulled. So let's see who won. Let's see who won. Now, this is what you get. You get all of the legs. I'll just put them all here and draw it out a little bit. You get the Festool grip tape that goes on to stop things sliding around. All of the Euro screws, they're there. You get, what else? I was going to say a night out with Dave, but no, you don't. Although I have met you before, so that might be another bit of a tip. You get the apron. Now remember, this is all done on the CNC. These things work beautifully. The T-track is already in there waiting for you. You're getting a great work. Making toast and the grunting and groaning. Yeah, you're not wrong. Funny to hear. All of that, you get the connecting piece, also CNC'd. Now the accuracy on the CNC is unbelievable. You get the top, okay, that says Stanton bench, made in Australia. And let me see, who won it? Who won it? Can you see? There you go. Parra. Congratulations. Congratulations. I just got myself in the thing there. So I will post that off to you. And I've arranged with John to send legs directly to you from his place. I'll send the rest of the stuff from here. All right, now, viewers projects. We got time. I'll just look around, see if I can find my laptop. Or sorry, my keyboard. Where'd I put it? I'm going to take this shirt off. It's cooking on me. Do your glue ups go as well as that one did? You know, it's fine. It'll do the job. It's just a little annoying while I was doing it that things didn't go 100% to how they normally go. Where do I put the laptop? Oh, sorry, not the laptop, the keyboard. It's probably there it is. I was going to say it's probably staring me right in the face. I moved it to say that congratulations to Parra. There you go. All right. Lucky duck, Parra. All right. She's probably not watching. Let me see. So I need to come down to here. We've got a couple of benches. This is a... let's have a look. This is before work was done on it. And I want to find the paper because I have things written down on it. Found it here. So this is from Steve Bruford from one of the men's sheds in Queensland. Hi, Dave. This is another garden bench saved from landfill and brought back to the life. The timber is recycled blackwood flooring. When we picked it up from Our Lady, it just fell apart. Pieces, hold on, I've got the wrong one. This one, that's the one. Pieces, all to the timber was rotting away. Below also is our pride and joy. Go back to the first one. This is, for the pride and joy, the golf bench before and after. We've sold this to our local member and he is donating it to a golf shed, a golf course, club, whatever. Rattled. Okay, here's the picture after. That is brilliant. Brilliant. Michael, go for a walk. Soki can make Deb drive up and get it. All right, if you want to, that'd be great. Excellent. Now, also, I have something here from Terry. Now, Terry from Tasmania has sent up some pictures. He said, hi, Dave, love the show, learning a lot. Always love doing basic woodwork, and recently on retiring I've gotten into a little more. As you can see from the photos, my setup is quite basic, but I'm adapting. My wife asked me if I could build her a cutting table for a sewing. I went to Bunnings to see what was available for a top to this table. I found a sheet of ply, 2200 by 600 by 30, produced in Romania. It had 11 layers. I wish I hadn't bought 2 of these. They were crap. Anyway, I used 1200 for one for the sewing table and used my new pocket hole machine to complete this. All good. She loves it. Let's go to the next picture. So he's putting it all together, and this is the top. He's done around with the blackwood on the edge, and a picture of the pocket holing he's done, and also there's Terry hard at work. So he's done a terrific job with that. He sent me some more information about it, and also he says he's done a video, but I haven't received the video yet. So Terry might flick that up to me, and next week I can show it for you on the show. So there we go. What a job, eh? Look at that. But it's done now, and it's going to dry, set, and I'll be able to show you what we're going to do next week. I'll sand it all the joints nicely, and do a little bit more work on it. I'll show you what I did here during the week. I did grab the, where are we? There's a little bit of video here. That was a bit of a surprise for me when the belt just snapped. And also a little bit of, you can see the dry fit that I did prior to gluing, which makes a huge difference. And then also a little bit of thicknessing. This is the bottom rail. There we go. So that's just a little bit of what I did during the week. But as I say, this week I will tidy this up if it doesn't fall apart. And we can have a bit of a look at that. And then we have to make the front section. And also I've got to cut all of the styles, all the rails that are going, the seat rails that are going through here, and they're all going to be shaped. One thing I've done with this is the bottom slat, you can't see from the glue there, but the bottom set of slats, I've positioned all the other slats so that when the seat is in there, the timber for the seat, the slat spacings will still be the same. It won't kind of be disappearing down below the seat here. There's a lot of thought goes into this. And as I say, you can see why, you know, when I put the ad for the show, that the glue up, it's a mammoth task. All right. Okay, that's it. I will go over to the Patreon meeting. If you want to join me for those things, there's a little bit of a chat. We'll talk about what an idiot I've been doing this. And there we go down to here. Look after yourselves. Be nice to each other. And I shall see you all next week. No, this one, David. Come on. Now the mouse has decided not working. Oh, it's one of those stupid Aldi batteries. There we go.